good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, sincere apologies from me for being late. It's not acceptable, and I do apologise, but we had a little bit of a problem I had to resolve. Thanks for joining us here today at Fredericks for our press conference for Saturday's fight on the 24th of February at York Hall, Bethnal Green. As you know, all these guys were due to a fight a few weeks ago at the Copper Box, but we had to cancel the show because we lost our couple of main events, and then having to find a new venue, we couldn't get back to the Copper Box, and eventually the only place that was available was York Hall. So it's absolutely sold out, as you'd expect. I wish we could have got to a bigger venue because we've easily done 3,000-4,000 tickets. We've got all our young prospects on there, excellent fighters, great young fighters who've done exceptionally well over the last year or so, and this year for them, 2018, is their biggest year to date. They've got to get themselves into a position where they're going to be fighting for some significant titles. Certainly by the end of the year, I expect at least one or two of them to be on the verge of fighting for a world title. But before they get there, obviously they've got to deal with what's in front of them on Saturday at York Hall. So we'll start with Anthony Yarde, to my left. He's done everything that's been asked of him as a pro. He's the WBO Intercontinental and European Champion, 14-0, 13 knockouts. But been done absolutely brilliantly under his manager and trainer, Tunde, who's done a fantastic job with him. He's on the verge of breaking into some really big fights, but first of all, he's got to get past Tony Averlant, who's a seasoned pro from France. He's challenging for these titles, and as I always say, they're not here to just make up the numbers. And what we're looking for with Anthony is obviously a strong performance, a good performance. We know he can punch, but I would like to see him hopefully get some rounds under his belt, get them in the bank for the future fights that he'll have coming up, provided he gets through this in the next year. Southern Area Champion Daniel Dubois, who is also the WBC Youth Champion, 6-0. He's just got over flu. He's fighting an undefeated fighter in D.L. Jones from Queensborough. There's another fight for him where hopefully he's going to get some experience. We know that he's a phenomenal puncher. He's done a bit like Anthony. Both of them got dynamite in each hand. But we are again trying to get some rounds under the belt for him. But obviously he doesn't, as we all say, none of these guys get paid overtime. As soon as they can get rid of them, that's what they set out to do. And with Daniel, as I say, he's a massive big puncher. And I think we're going to see a lot from him in the next year. Hopefully we get to see some boxing with him as well. But he's somebody, as you all know, I'm very excited about. So he comes through this fight and again set himself up for some big fights in the new year. Then we've got the vacant IBF European Super Featherweight title between one of the exceptional young fighters in the country, in Zelfa Barrett. He's fighting Ronnie Clark, who's 24-2 from Dundee. Zelfa's trained by his uncle, looked after by his uncle Pat Barrett, standing up the back there, one of the biggest punchers of his time in the...
Go on, Pat,
I've got a lot of time and admiration for. Zelfa's has got that power as well, but he's also quite a decent boxer, and as I say, he's one of our A-list prospects. He's going into this title fight, and we're hoping he comes through that. He comes through that, that's going to set him up for, I think, very quickly for some real significant fights. He's had 19 fights, had a lot of grounding, so fingers crossed he comes through it and we can look for some big fights. We've got Nathan Gorman in an 8-rounder. Nathan's looked after by Ricky Hatton. He's 11-0, 9 knockouts, and he's actually, for me, has improved in every fight that he's participated in. He's fighting Ozcan Settinkaya from Hessen in Germany, who's a seasoned pro as well, 27 wins, 13 losses, 2 draws. It's a step up for Nathan. I think he's very, very capable. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in this forthcoming year, what between him, with Daniel here, there's Joe Joyce floating around. So it's quite an exciting time for the British heavyweight division. As I say, Nathan's, I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. I like what he's done up to as yet, and as I say, he's in good hands with Ricky. We got Boy Jones Jr. on the card. He's fighting Ronaldo Mora. Archie Sharp, undefeated, fighting Ivan Ruiz Marote. But young Ryan Garner, who's sitting at the end of the table there, 6 fights, 6 wins. He's fighting Lester Catilano from Barcelona in Spain. This kid's, I'm telling you, watch him. He reminds me of a young Nassim Hamid with his confidence level. Sometimes a little bit too confident, but he's an exciting little fighter, good little fighter, and I think we're going to see some good things from him in the forthcoming year. And obviously we've got other fighters on there, Umar Sadiq, Hamza Shiraz and Harvey Hong, all good quality youngsters. So this is come and see all our young fighters, and some of the fighters are on the cusp of doing some good things. Watch it on BT or Box Nation on Saturday, because I think you're going to be entertained and seeing some of our great young prospects. Anyway, they're all here. I'm sure you've got questions to ask, so please feel free to do so. Sorry? Yeah.
I haven't seen too much of him, but he's an opponent. At this stage in my career as well, opponents ain't going to be easy. Can I make it look easy? Yes. We have to see on the net. Yeah. Let's just wait and see, I think. Boxing's one of them things, you don't know what's going to happen in the net. I'm sure he's got a different style than people that have fought already. So yeah, tune into BT Sports, Box Nation. I think the whole show's going to be good.
Sorry, right, carry on. Listen, you know, if they keep on winning, there's obviously a fight that can happen. You know, I mentioned how well Ricky's done with Nathan. Also, you've got to speak how Martin Bowers, what he's done with Daniel. He's done a fantastic job. You know, they're a great team, and that's a big fight to happen down the road. Of course it is. They're undefeated fighters. I'm sure their paths will cross. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, me and Daniel, we've sparred each other numerous rounds. You'll tell you himself. We've shared the ring possibly 200-300 rounds. He was on the Great Britain squad for 3 years, so we know each other, and it'll be an exciting fight when it does happen. We both got the same promoter, so it's easy to make. Like Frank said, obviously, we just got to keep on winning. When it comes to a major title, at the minute it's just unbeaten records at stake. Hopefully it'll be something for, you know, British title, European title, but when it happens, it'll be a big fight.
Yeah, definitely. I'm fully recovered. I'm ready. Just can't wait for Saturday.
How long did it knock you out? Was it the first time you did properly knocked out?
Yeah, it took a few weeks. I was in the middle of camp, so I had to delay it. I had to take time out, but I'm back now. I'm ready.
What do you know of? What have you seen of your opponent?
My team's seen a few tapes of him. I haven't watched too much. I'm just ready for a fight Saturday, and I'm ready. I'm strong. I can't wait.
Is the fact he's unbeaten, is that another dynamic for you?
Yeah, he's definitely going to bring a challenge and test me in different ways, but I'm fully prepared.
Daniel, Jones has gone the distance before this fight. Do you expect this fight to go the full distance?
If I see an opportunity to take him out, I'll definitely take it, and yeah, I'll take it.
First fight in the London ring as a pro, certainly. That's in the box for you?
Yeah, of course. I'm excited to be here. York Hall. I remember watching fight, York Hall, so I'm excited if one of the achievements ticked off and get a good win.
You've got your English title now. This fight was actually ordered by the board some time ago. Didn't happen for whatever reason. Is it a fight you were always keen to get on?
Yeah, of course. Ronnie Clark's a very good fighter, and be prepared well for this fight. Prepared like it's a world title fight. I know he's very tough. He's very strong. He's durable. He's a good fighter, and it's a good fight for me because it'll bring out the better me. So it's a fight that I want. I don't want to be fighting no guys that are just not worth fighting. I've trained very hard. I've shared the ring with world champions, so I don't want to step down Ronnie Clark is a very, very good fighter, so it's a good fight for me. It could possibly, yeah, could possibly one of the toughest fights, and we've not overlooked him. We've not done anything that we shouldn't do. I'm ready for this fight, and he's a good fighter, so I'm ready.
So, last time we saw Ronnie Clark televised Bill, he was against J. Ward. Knocked J. Ward down in a very tough fight. Have you put yourself under any pressure to be better than what J. Ward did when he stepped into the ring with Ronnie Clark?
Not really. I'm just going to be Zelf about it. I'm just going to do what I do. Every fight is different. Like every day is different. So I wouldn't even think about underestimating Ronnie Clark, and I know how good of a fighter he is, and I respect him. But I'm Zelf about it. Matt and Jay work with different fighters, and he's a good fighter too. But I believe in me.
What do you make of Zelf from what you've seen?
Listen, he's doing well. He can only beat who's there in front of him. This fight, it's come too soon. Like, it has come too soon, and like, I know I've never predicted that I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna win a fight. So
Do you think he's too raw, too honest with?
no, he's very good in what he does, but it's real. It's real. Now, he's fought a lot of boys that I've fought, and he's done well. He's got them out of there. But as I say with journeyman, when I go in with journeyman, I don't try and take a journeyman out, because at the end of the day, for me, it's a form of bullying. I think boxing should be more real, and this is a real fight. They still bring very good out in Zelfa. A defeat at this point in his career is not going to be bad, especially at this level of a fight. But I know it's a real fight. It's true, and it's like I promise, it's going to be a brilliant fight. I really look forward to it.
What do you see? Are you wearing him down, or are you taking him out later?
Listen, Saturday night, it's all over television. We'll see it then.
Shot, Frank.
Sorry?
That's your shot.
Well, for Ronnie at one, we'll see, won't we? You know, Ronnie's one thing about him. You know, he's a competitor. You know, he's coming to fight. He's not coming to lie down. This is a proper fight. It's a good fight, and.
Listen, see, previously, sorry for interrupting you, Frank. Previously, I would come to fight. I'm coming to win. That's the difference this time.
So we're going to get a fight, a good fight, and we're going to get the best out of our man. Yep. Good, we're looking forward to it. That's what the fans are paying for. That's what the subscribers want to see. And you know what? I want to see that. I want to see what he's got. I know what I believe. I know what he's got, and I'm his, one of his biggest supporters. We'll see, and that's what it's all about. And I know Ronnie, and I respect Ronnie's ability, and I respect the fact that he's dedicated and how hard he's trained for this fight. But he's going to have to have trained hard. He's going to have to bring all those things to beat what I think is one of the best prospects in the country. So we'll see.
Listen, if I didn't expect him to say that, then I'd be disappointed. You know what I mean? He's a proud man, so of course he's quite from Scotland or wherever. Of course he can have that mentality. Who doesn't have that mentality? But it is what it is, isn't it? We'll just see Saturday.
Well, obviously,
Behave himself. Behave himself,
myself,
number one.
But obviously, I haven't had a fights for about 5 months now, so the main thing is just, hopefully Frank just keeps me as active as possible this year, and then who knows, towards the end of the year, maybe get a little title or something, who knows? Yeah, well, yeah, just got to make sure I behave myself outside the ring, because I let my fist, but now I'm going to let my fist in my talking when I get in the ring, and then it should be an exciting career.
He's excited, Frank.
He's very exciting, but, I've seen a lot of exciting fighters in my time, and I've seen a lot of exciting fighters fall over because of what happens outside the ring. And that, it's only part of what you do in the ring, it's also how you live and how you behave. And he knows that, and I like to think he's smart enough to understand that. And as I say, if he does half of what I think he's capable, he'll do really well. But it's all about discipline, behaving himself.
Frank, it's always difficult to anticipate plans in boxing.
Yeah.
Have you got an idea of how many fighters Daniel's going to have this year, considering he's only had 6?
In an ideal world, I'd like to see at least get another 6 under his belt. that's what I'd like to see him do, and we'll see where it goes. It's like all of them, they're all sitting here, I've got all plans in my mind for them, but they've all got to come through on the night. They've all got to win, and you know, the best laid plans, as we all say, can fall over sometime. But you know, certainly with Daniel, he's got a long way to go. He's got a lot of experience to gain and get. There's still some questions to be asked and answered, I should say. And I believe he's capable of doing all that. He's a dedicated professional. Boxing is what it's all about for him. I think he's a model pro, and it's now about him just going from strength to strength, learning and getting himself into a position where we can then take him to another level. And I think that will happen this year.
Just better things, really. 2017 was a good year for me. 2018, I want to be even better. I'm on this like progression thing. I want to keep progressing. Each fight, I want to look more impressive, gain more experience. But as I said, that all comes with time. So everything's time.
Yes.
How are you preparing for Saturday night, and how do you rate your opponent?
Sorry, what was that? You can't.
He
Who's the
doesn't.
interpreter? Well, let's get the interpreter. We can answer the questions then, can't we? Usually helps. He said that here. Right, brilliant. How about that, guys? We've got a guy from Spain and no one's thought to bring an interpreter along. France. And no one's brought. Is there no French waiters here or anything? No, it's terrible. Isn't it? And all you educated journalists, none of you can speak French? No French speakers amongst you?
It don't matter, innit, because talking don't win fights. So it don't matter.
Anyway, the
Talking
fist
don't
are
win
going to
fights.
do this. Right, I'll interpret. He said his fist are going to do the talking. When he gets in that ring, Waterloo all over again. That's what it's going to be. That's where we are. And I don't mean the station. I'm talking about...
Good.
Any other questions for the English-speaking people amongst us? Apologies, by the way, to you, Tony. We should have... It's not very respectful for us to not have an interpreter.
Bring what he wants. Like, in my career, I focused a lot on being on the road and fighting in the away corner, that you always have to knock the person out to get the win. It was never bringing the best part of me out. I was forcing the knockout, I was forcing the big shots and making myself a problem. I wasn't doing the best. I had obviously some time off last year, and then I come straight back into things. My aim is to be the best part of me. I don't care what my opponents bring. I'm the most true boxer in British boxing, the most honest, and I'll fight anybody anywhere. And I just, as I say, I just focus on what I'm going to do. I don't worry about what anybody else is going to do. I know what I'm going to do, and like I'm here, it's going to happen.
Right, we found an interpreter. Oh, you told me you was Irish. It turns out he's French after all. Anyway, we've got our interpreter here.
Bonjour à tous. Déjà dans un premier temps, Anthony Yarde, c'est un très bon boxeur, quelqu'un que je respecte tous les boxeurs. Je me suis entraîné en conséquence. En plus, la date du combat a été changée, donc ça nous a laissé encore plus de temps pour nous entraîner et nous adapter à sa boxe. Je suis vraiment prêt pour le rencontrer.
What was that there? What did he say?
Oh, should I do it first?
Yeah, you translate. Yes.
There's no pressure there. Right, you said Anthony Yarde does not need any more introduction. Everybody knows, and I respect him as a boxer. For Saturday night, I did watch his style of boxing, and I am prepared accordingly. That's it.
Thank you.
You sounded more nervous than the fight. Okay. Any more questions?
Anthony, your faces like appearing half-time football matches, big Chelsea, Barcelona, the other night, the Anthony on space pop up. Are you seeing this as well? Are you noticing the change in your profile?
I didn't notice it myself, but one of my friends put it in my group chat, and then you said a lot of cheese. So yeah, it's good. It's recognition. As I said, in boxing, if you keep doing good or you keep doing what you're doing, your name's gonna get out there anyway. So again, I don't pay attention to all that stuff. It's refreshing. It's good to see, but my feet are very much on the ground. So again, if you want it to keep happening, you have to keep doing what you're doing in the ring. That's what matters.
Correct.
As we discussed a minute ago, the heavyweight division on the world stage is really thriving. Also, the rest of you have people like Dan to get some attention. Carrying on from that, how's it been for you sort of going under the radar? How much are you looking forward to sort of announcing yourself this Saturday?
To be fair, it's been good because I've done the hard work, to be fair, with the small hall shows and everything. You know, my first 9 fights have all been small hall shows, and now's my chance. You know, I boxed on a big platform in November on the Smith Williams undercard, on the BT Sport Box Nation. I'm back out again on this big card, so it's great to have a platform. You know, it's a massive thing. I can show people what I'm about, so it's exciting times for me. Yeah, definitely.
Any other questions?
Daniel, so Nathan said he's sparred 200 to 300 rounds together. Do you recall those sparring sessions?
Well, we sparred. It was good. It was. It's been a while now, 2 years maybe, and I've grown and I've learned from some of my mistakes I've made in the past, and I'm a better fighter now.
Nathan, same question to you. How did you go away feeling from those sparring sessions?
Good, you know. I didn't only spar Daniel, sparred Joshua, Joyce, Fraser Clark. Like he just said there, he's improved, I'm improved. And I'd imagine 12 months down the line, when it does happen, or even longer or shorter, I don't know, when the time's right, it'll be an exciting fight. Daniel will bring his A game, I'll bring my A game, and we'll bring the best out of the two of us. And the winner will proceed on to bigger and better things, and the loser, obviously, will have to go back to the drawing board.
I wish Billy Nelson was here for some sparring stories. These sparring stories would have been brilliant.
Are there any other questions?
Frank, when would you want to try and get Daniel to world title?
Say that again.
When would you want to get Daniel trying to fight for the world title? What's the-
When? When he's ready for it. And what, now? No. No, of course not. He's got a lot of experience to pick up and get himself into a position to do it. But, you know, he's a quick learner. He's fought in 10 rounders and fought for a title before any British heavyweight's ever done, so he's created a record in doing that. But, you know, this is a process, and the process is a learning process. It's all learning, getting experience, and that's what he needs, same as Nathan needs. That's the stage of the career. He's only had 6 fights, so he's a while off yet. Are we done? Is there any more, or all good? Lovely. Thanks again for joining us today. Very much appreciated. And as I say, apologies for the lateness. Thank you.